This is a bantamweight battle between Liam Gallagher and Noah Crosswell. Gallagher went undefeated in 2022, but is now looking to rebound off his BTC 19 loss. He looks to get back on track and show that he's still one of Canada's top bantamweight prospects. His opponent is a familiar face, Noah Crosswell, as both men hail from the same hometown. Noah Crosswell is still hunting for his first pro win and has had some close decisions go against him. Tonight, he looks to show off the best version of himself and prove his hard work is paying off. It's time for the showdown between Liam Gallagher and the natural, Noah Crosswell.
It was like a hockey game. The towels were flying and waving. As now Liam Gallagher steps inside the BTC cage for this bout. As we look at the tail of the tape, age is basically the same. A few inches taller is Crosswell. Weight's the same, but the reach advantage favors Crosswell. We go to Chris Horjak.
Seventh bout of the evening. This bout is proudly brought to you by Maverick Protein. It is a bantamweight contest contested at 135 pounds of 3 rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a kickboxer, standing at 6 feet tall, even. He weighed in at 135.8 pounds. Looking for his first professional victory in his 5th bout from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Representing House of Champions, Soy Dogs MMA. Please welcome Noah Crosswell! His opponent in the red corner, he is a kickboxer, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighed in at 136 pounds, with a record of 2 wins, 1 defeat. One of those victories coming by way of submission. Hailing from and representing Pembroke, Ontario, with the Vision Quest MMA on his back, please welcome Liam Gallagher! Referee in charge of the action, Matt Rocca.
Third and final man inside the BTC cage is Matthew Rocca. We are set here for our 7th bout of the night in the bantamweight division.
Man, I am pumped up for this fight. I am super stoked. I heard that there's been a lot of bad blood. I've heard through the grapevine, these guys have been wanting to get at each other, they're chomping at the bit, and I'm ready to see this happen. It's always interesting when you see a fight when there's a little bit of a backstory, and you got 2 guys that genuinely, sport is sport, but we want to hurt each other.
Well, the backstory is Noah felt he lost a split decision that shouldn't have gone against him to Liam's teammate Gino Galpardez last summer. I think the interesting thing, too, maybe there's some bad blood, but they live in the same town, Chris. They've seen each other around town in fight week, in fight camps.
Yeah,
that's got to be weird.
It's wild, right? I don't know if you could trust your trip to Sobeys that day, right?
Or the Shoppers Drug Mart, where they said they've actually run into each other.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Little low check there, low calf kick by Gallagher.
Gallagher taking his time, and there's Crosswell using his reach advantage to his advantage.
Yep.
Getting in first. There's the high kick, though, from Gallagher. Grazes Crosswell on the shoulder. Good leg kick that takes the leg out from Crosswell.
Now, both fighters mark themselves down as being kickboxers. We know very well they're not both just kickboxers. Gallagher coming from Vision Quest, training with the man who's going to be speaking shortly right after this fight, Josh Hill. So you know his wrestling strong, you know his jiu-jitsu strong. Crosswell has been improving meticulously his MMA game. He doesn't want to be just that striker anymore.
No, that's the big thing he's told us he's been working on. He's been working on his wrestling with Adrian Woolley at House of Champions in Stony Creek, and that's a guy that can definitely get your MMA wrestling up to snuff.
No, definitely. Adrian's a beast. He's put together some of the best game plans and best wrestling pedigree for MMA that's in currently in Ontario, right? So if the man to get to is Adrian Woolley.
Right now it's Crosswell, or excuse me, Gallagher that's trying to get this fight to the ground. And there you see right now the improvements from Crosswell from starting his MMA career. But gets taken down, but postures right back up.
A little bit of a trip. Very good defensive wrestling there. And the thing is, if your wrestling's good, you keep the fight where you want it to go. You want to touch the chin with the hands, you got to wrestle so they don't put you on your back.
Absolutely, and that's what I think both these guys want to do. They want to find a way to push this pace forward and be in control, and right now, Crosswell's had his moments here, and you see the damage. The big head kick from Gallagher.
Yeah, very nice. Crosswell keeping the hands a little low, right, trying to open himself up for that kick. He's kind of basically inviting Gallagher, come on, go for it, go for it. I got a little counter for you.
Now, one of the things Crosswell told us is he wasn't impressed with the striking at all of Gallagher. Felt that he will finish the fight, Crosswell will, on the feet against Liam Gallagher.
Yeah, it's pretty even right now, right? You got a southpaw with Crosswell, Gallagher fighting in that orthodox stance, trying to line up those right kicks, those right hands. And Crosswell is playing that boxing style, you know what I mean? I think that's kind of where he originated from, was that kickboxing with the hands, feet, and really peppering that jab out there.
Those striking disciplines from Taekwondo to Muay Thai kickboxing, and as we just said, he's now really implementing the wrestling, the jiu-jitsu, the full round to become a complete mixed martial artist.
Absolutely. You have to at this stage.
Just how hard is that too, Chris? It's just, you come from one discipline, now you're really trying to learn something, especially with 4 fights under your belt.
Well, the thing is, with the guys that are competing professionally, this has got to be their full-time life.
But there's the big takedown from Gallagher. Deep breath from Crosswell.
Yeah, if they want to get better at every discipline, they got to dedicate all their time. It's what you're seeing with this new generation right now. These guys, they've committed themselves 100% to this sport. They're going to make their run at it. You know what I mean? Crosswell, he wants that win. It's got to be definitely shows the tenacity of him to come back and still want this victory in his 5th bout. He's down on the scoreboards and he still wants to come out. And he's doing damn well right now. He's been fighting this takedown. He's getting up off his back. He's been taken down, but he's back up and he's still peppering Gallagher with those little strikes.
You can see how well his wrestling's improved, but right now Gallagher is in control of this fight as he whips Noah Crosswell down, and there's a double leg attempt, but Crosswell gets his bounce. Try the scoop up from Gallagher, and he gets the takedown.
Crosswell very calmly, he fought it. Eventually, Gallagher got the takedown. It's probably going to help him out of the scorecards. But Gallagher, if you look at the faces right there, Gallagher's got blood from his nose. He just exerted himself, maximum effort to get that takedown. He's got to get his breathing under control. He's got to recover and come up to the second. Crosswell still looks pretty fresh.
That's the one thing, if you've watched Liam Gallagher's fights, he's got like that Nick Diaz scar tissue where he takes a couple punches. It looks like he's taken a beating in there, but really it's just how his facial structure is. As you look at the highlights here in round 1, Chris, as they're kind of flying by right now, but here's the takedown.
Yeah, the takedown was excellent because he didn't accept that the defense of Crosswell. Crosswell defended it once, defended it twice. He just stayed persistent, and then eventually he got the takedown. I think that definitely is going to play in the factor. I think probably Gallagher won that round.
Yeah, I think definitely later on pushing the pace, getting those takedowns. I know damage is the name of the game, so we'll see what the judges look at as we just talked about the facial scars on the face of Liam Gallagher. Are the judges going to look at that? Crosswell did have a couple good flurries in there. That's why judging's so tough.
It's so tough. I don't envy their job. I don't envy their role. You got people's lives on the line. Their destiny, their future, and you got to make the best decision, the most calculated decision that you can from what you're seeing.
Touch of gloves, and we are underway with round number 2. Crosswell fires off those leg kicks and teep kicks to the knee area of Liam Gallagher. Leg kick just grazes Liam Gallagher from Crosswell.
The fans are right behind Gallagher. You can hear them cheering loudly for their boy.
He's always had great fan support. Yep. There's a good knee from Gallagher.
Crosswell is coming forward. Hands down. I definitely see some Nate Diaz right in this. And the straight shots look great too.
I mean, the similarities, two brothers that compete.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
But you can see just how much Noah has evolved from September of last year to now June in 2023. A guy with confidence. Sure, he's 0-4, but
Yeah, you wouldn't think this is an 0-4 fighter.
No.
You definitely would not think that. He's so comfortable there. Look how relaxed he is. He's calm. He's poised. Hands down. He's rocking his shoulders side to side. I'm very impressed with Gallagher's head movement too. He's not just staying still. He's really not eating any straight shots directly. Everything's kind of been a glancing blow.
and now both guys really trying to implement the leg kick game, which has really started to take over the sport over the last few years.
You also see that reach is playing to the advantage too of Crosswell. You got a 5'8" guy in Gallagher and then a 6-foot guy with Crosswell. So he's using that to the best of his ability, keeping that on the outside.
And tries to go high, and those high kicks that normally may land, but just the size advantage that Crosswell has, instead of those to the head, they're to Crosswell's shoulder.
Yep, no, they're not easy getting it up there, but the trick when you're fighting a southpaw is that right kick, that right hand, everything right side until they switch stance. Then you got to go the other way.
Good push kick to the body from Gallagher. As both men, it's a tough fight to judge as we've gone now just over 2 minutes here in the third round. Just trying to find their ways. There's the jab coming in from Crosswell. There's that high kick, but that hit once again the shoulder.
The body work's looking good by Crosswell too, that left straight.
Now he tries a high kick of his own and just misses. Hit the hands there of Liam Gallagher.
You know, I definitely think I can see Gallagher had success when he got that takedown, so he might be wanting to start pushing that against that fence again, backing him up. Look for that takedown because it did work for him.
It did, and that was maybe what was enough to steal or win him that first round. But now he wants to really showcase that striking, that kickboxing style. Good leg kick from Gallagher. Crosswell will fire back too with some shots to the midsection of Gallagher. Gallagher trying to keep pushing, but so far taking the center of the cage the majority of the time has been Crosswell.
Yep.
Push kick attempt that was blocked.
The distance game is what's working for Crosswell. It's keeping him on the outside, just like that. Just grabbing that hand, little pitter patter.
Yeah.
Parry over top, touch the hand, hit him again. Oh, now mixing up the high kicks.
There is a cut on the side of, I think, both eyes on Liam Gallagher. So that is a very interesting development here in this fight. Especially with now what we talked about. We know judges, they look at damage more than anything. As there's Gallagher trying to get this fight to the ground.
He's got a minute to do it, so he's got to work.
Good takedown stuff there from Noah Crosswell.
Yeah, great base, great head position. You know, trying to get his shoulder underneath that chin. Lift Gallagher up. Start breaking apart that grip that he's got around his back.
Yeah, trying to once again to get the lift there, but good base from Crosswell. And now he gets the switch, and he's got Gallagher up against the fence.
Very impressive, very impressive.
And he gets the takedown.
I was not expecting this.
Almost into full mount, now in a half guard. But this is huge here for Crosswell with under 30 seconds into the second round.
Yeah, this is huge. This is huge. I was not expecting this, absolutely not. But this just shows you the evolution of the game. You know, you got a guy who's a kickboxer. That's what he's known for. That's his skill set. He's been moving, dancing, jiving the whole time, and he just took the guy down who's supposed to take him down. So
I think it's the evolution of the fighter in Noah Crosswell, realizing I can't just strike with anyone. I got to be a mixed martial artist, not a kickboxer.
100%, 100%. All right, that's 2 rounds in the books. 3 rounds, fight super close. How are they going to adjust? What are they going to make to correct? And how are they going to approach this third round? Well, it's up in the air right now.
Well, Chris, if I got to ask you on your unofficial scorecard, how do you have this fight?
Honestly, like, first round was super close. I probably would have edged it a little bit to Gallagher, but Crosswell looked so good that second. So good. Like, the striking was about 50-50 on the first round, but I think the takedown that Gallagher scored at the end might have squeezed him and eked him out in a little bit of a decision in that first round. But the second round is a no-brainer. Crosswell all day.
Yeah,
Striking on the outside and finishes with a beautiful takedown. So I think we're 50-50 going into the third.
I think I'm with you as well. 1-1 heading into the third and final round. This is make or break time for Noah Crosswell. He's looking for that first win. Liam Gallagher's looking to avoid a 2-fight losing streak.
Yep, the pressure's on right now.
See the mouse under the, I believe, the right eye of Liam Gallagher. Yeah, look at that damage to the eye as a touch of gloves. Third and final round underway. Good jab from Crosswell early.
Great job, great job.
Oh, good jab again from Crosswell. Kick to the body. Crosswell shakes that off. Tried the big right hand, but Gallagher was wise to it. Now Gallagher will come forward, but that reach advantage, Chris, has been the big factor of this fight.
He's just pulling just on the outside. He's making Gallagher miss. He's getting on the outside, and he's tagging him. And it's
really affecting Liam's process and going forward, but look at that scramble back up from Crosswell.
Good job on Gallagher's hunting for that takedown. You got to respect that. You know, he's got to make something happen now. It's getting to the end of the line here for the third round, so you got to make some work. So he's shot for that takedown. Crosswell beautifully defended it. Hips drove him into the head, and he sprawled out beautifully.
Yeah, good job by him to get back to the feet. And we are seeing that time with Adrian Moley at House of Champions has really paid off, as this is the best version of Noah Crosswell we have seen.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a double leg attempt from Liam Gallagher, but the fence kind of stopping that. And good base once again from Crosswell.
But this is the thing about wrestling for MMA, is that fence. It's your best friend and it's your worst friend. So it's how you can use that fence to your advantage. You know, are you able to make distance, create that distance so you can wrap your hands and tuck them underneath their butt, connect your hands and take them for a ride? Can you pull them away? Can you get that single leg? Can you get that body lock? Just as it is effective for you, it's also them. They got a third arm used to keep their balance with that fence and hold themselves up and avoid getting taken down.
Unfortunately, Crosswell did not avoid being taken down that time. He is having a seat right now with Gallagher continuing to drive. It makes it really tough here for the judges as well with how this round has gone, but still 2:57 left to go. Can Crosswell get himself back up one more time? He's trying.
Yeah, he's trying.
And Liam's got himself in a good spot too, right by his corner. As we said, you're not really in a big arena venue. It's a very intimate setting here. You can hear the coaching like you're in a practice. Very clear, very precise with the commands you can give, because it's not going to get muffled out. We do have a lot of people here, but it's not a huge arena. It plays definitely in the fighters' favor so that they can hear those coaches. It's so helpful. It's so beneficial, man, when you hear those coaches. It's just like training, just like that practice room. You hear the coach, and you know what you got to do. He knows what he's got to do, but maybe that little bit of word that Josh Hill's giving him, give him a little kick in the ass, say, hey, let's go. Keep the hips, keep tight on the hips, pull him away from the cage, drop the leg, get him down. Crosswell's trying to drive himself back up, but good work here by Gallagher, continuing to drive and keeps Crosswell on his knees. Really tough right now for Crosswell to fight his way back up. Plus, you've spent so much energy in this fight right now. Yes, that's it. That is exactly it. Try the ankle pick there, and that really works out nicely for Gallagher. Continuing to control this third round here is Gallagher. Does that look like a little bit of a Kimura grip that I think Crosswell is looking for it, but no, he's got his hand free. He doesn't have that. He's still climbing up. Maybe that wizard position, get that left hand in, create that space. This is the time right now where Crosswell's really got to bite down on the mouthpiece and pop back up. Yep, it's do or die for both of them, really. Absolutely, as we said. Crosswell's trying to avoid going 0-5. Gallagher's trying to avoid a 2-fight losing streak for the first time ever as a mixed martial artist. Good hammer fists coming here from Crosswell. That's what he needs to do as well, and finally gets himself back to his feet. Yeah, this is good. This is high-level
wrestling cage work for MMA. Gallagher showing great defense by Crosswell. The only problem is the rounds are 5 minutes, not 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get up and you got to make that distance, separate, and get to work.
And that's exactly what Gallagher did. He bit down on his mouthpiece here in the third round and trying to control, but good elbows coming here from Crosswell. Tries to get on the backside out is Gallagher, and then he'll now try a double leg.
Yeah, he's got that underhook there.
10-second clapper, final seconds of this bantamweight showdown from two men from Bimbrook, Ontario. Horn goes, and this fight comes to a close. And what a close fight it was, Chris.
Yes, it was. So this is the second decision that we're about to call right now. It's not an easy one. It's not an easy one. The first one was a split. I anticipate this one could be the same. I'm happy that tonight I'm announcing and I'm speaking next to you rather than doing this decision.
But you got to get in there.
I got to get in there to go either way.
Got to get the scorecards tabulated from our judges and
let's see who
this
takes
winner.
this. Let's see who takes this.
We will see who wins this fight between Liam Gallagher and Noah Crosswell, which was a very competitive fight. We saw really some strong suits in Noah Crosswell, and Liam Gallagher pushed his toughness, landed some good strikes. Here's some of the highlights you see. This is the third round where Crosswell finally got taken down as Gallagher was looking for that takedown, continued to drive. But here's some nice elbow work from Crosswell. This was a very tough fight to score. I agreed with Chris. Round one went to Gallagher. Round two went to Crosswell. That third round is tough depending what the judges are looking for. For the damage, I think Crosswell a slight edge. The complete control went there towards Liam Gallagher, but we'll see what the judges are looking for. But the scorecards now have been tabulated. Let's go to Chris Horodecki for the official decision.
After 3 rounds, the judges have come to a decision. Judge Christopher Doyle scores it 29-28. Judge DeClain Woods scores it 30-27. And Judge Salim Hanif scores it 30-27. All in favor of your winner. Out of the blue corner, Noah Crosswell!
Noah Crosswell gets the first win of his professional mixed martial artist career. A big night for the Crosswells as they both, Nigel and Noah, get their first wins of their career, and that was a hard-fought victory for Noah Crosswell. He'll talk to our ring announcer, Chris Horodecki.
My man, great performance. This is your 5th MMA fight. You just got your first pro victory. How does it feel, brother?
Feels fucking amazing. Long time overdue. But you know what? I'm just happy to get the job done and be moving on forward.
Man, your MMA game has completely evolved. You were known as a striker, kickboxer. You came out here with a very well-rounded game. You scored a few takedowns yourself. Your wall wrestling was fantastic. Who do you got to thank for all that hard work that you've been doing?
All my coaches, Dennis, my coach Dennis, he just opened up his gym at Soy Dogs MMA. All my teammates at Soy Dogs MMA. All my teammates at House of Champions that have been putting me through this grind. This is all for them.
Noah, what's the fans can expect from you next? You just got your first pro win. What's up now? What's up, maybe BTC? What are you thinking?
Absolutely, BTC next. You guys are going to see me in August. Big turnaround. And we're coming back for another W.
Beautiful work, my man. Guys, give it up. Noah Crosswell in his first pro MMA win. Speaking of which, do not forget BTC
from Noah Crosswell.
21 fight
Showed
night
how much
is coming
he
up.
has improved, especially on the wrestling side of things.
So the action rolls straight through. We got 6 weeks and we're doing it again.
As you heard from Chris Horodecki, 6 weeks. And we're back at it with BTC 21 in Kitchener, Ontario. Come back to Kitchener. We had an amazing card at BTC 9 at the Memorial Auditorium in Kitchener. That was highlighted by Jesse Ronson with a first round victory over Troy Lampson.